Oh, I bet this is the first time you hear someone talk about why love is a useless word. I hope you're triggered, because this one will take you on an emotional roller coaster. Hang on! We're about to discover lovely things. This video isn't meant to change your views, and for the sake of simplicity, let's say it's just my subjective opinion, and no one has to embrace it as a universal truth. Ever since I was a little boy, I was constantly teased by adults and some kids that I will fall in love and get married one day. I hated it. They knew that it sent shivers down my spine every time I heard about love. It's like I felt something slimy making its way through my throat and landing in my gut. I couldn't understand why I felt so distressed. But now, being a tad bit older, I'm pretty sure that the whole constellation felt girly to me. It gave me a sense of vulnerability, and I couldn't stand it. I think my avoidant nature made it even worse, because I didn't like to invite someone into the debris of my private domain, especially representatives of the female kinship. Wait till you grow up, and the right one will knock on your door and you fall in love, like a Care Bear on a fluffy bit of a cloudy cushion. I grew up, I shook that feeling off and went on about my life, still a bit confrontational towards the word love. Years passed by, the teenage stash was replaced by a glorious beard, chest is covered with a respectable Persian rag, and still, no sign of that alluring, mesmerizing feeling of seventh heaven that everybody speak of. Everyone around starting families, signing cohabitation agreements, making babies, even my mother telling me, "Will you ever truly love someone?" I felt strange. I almost started to cave, having small longing desires to fully embrace that feeling. I guess my curiosity couldn't let it go. Fast forward several years, overcoming a life crisis, digging for that masculine identity. I think I got it this time. The word love has been misinterpreted and misunderstood as long as humankind has existed. If we would look at it through the mainstream lens, we would quickly come to a consensus that love is warm, sometimes fuzzy feeling that we experience towards people that are near and dear to us. That warm feeling of appreciation, admiration, and possessiveness. Wait a second, did he say possessiveness? Let's rewind and see. That warm feeling of appreciation, admiration, and possessiveness. Let's take another angle at it. Let's assume that we have established what love is. But now, as I have learned, we should ask another, more important question. Why? Why does one person experience love towards another? Why? Of course, it depends on the form of the relationship. For example, you could say that you love your parents, your siblings, and no one would dare to even question such statement. Point taken. Family bond, parental instincts, upbringings, unconditional, or is it always an ever-flowing love? But what about love towards non-familial fellow humans, friendships, and most interestingly, romantic bonds? Here, the question why gets more complicated and controversial. Tell me, why do you love me? The answer might be something like this. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your body, your charm, your charisma, your pinky toe. But the ultimate summation of all these attributes converge at the exactly same point. Because you make me feel good! Going back to my previous statement of possessiveness, we can clearly establish that loving someone can be analogous to getting a pint of Ben & Jerry's. He said analogous, all because it makes one feel oh so good. I'm not trying to paint over or undermine the nature of people's feelings. It may well feel genuine and honest, but make no mistake, nothing in nature is just for the sake of it. Everything has its purpose. And as for the term love that we so unsparingly like to use, it is a cementation of the bond between two people. For evolutionary reasons. That bond is the foundation to increasing the chances of the offspring's survival. Having two caregivers with complementary strengths improves the quality of upbringings quite a lot. At the end of the day, Males and females are different creatures and have different understandings of love. Evolutionary, females are seeking a strong, overall genetically superior provider and protector, whereas males are watching out for a healthy, young, fertile specimen with wide hip structure for them to procreate with. Love is evolutionary, built upon those principles. Now, of course, humans have two domains that they are influenced by: natural, biological inclinations and contemporary, societal inclinations, where the second one shifts in parallel with the cultural changes. I am not trying to change the ways of living within romantic compounds. I merely see myself as a soldier, holding a banner and fighting for the truth. Love got all mixed up and misinterpreted in a Hollywood-esque manner, where the sun shines 365 days a year and unicorns are galloping over a rainbow. Very few things hold eternally. There's always a beginning and a finish. As I mentioned in a previous video, love is the total opposite of fear. I oftentimes equate love with having an abundant mindset. When you have no fears, you live your life to the fullest and embrace every single road bump and tribulation, because you don't hold anything back. Loving attitude encompasses all positive feelings: humility, generosity, truth, genuineness, and virtue. The true love can only be felt for the life itself, unconditionally and limitless. Loving life to its fullest will make everything in your past blessed by its presence, by love itself. You will inspire, care, because everything else is embodied by life as well, and you will love it undoubtedly, unequivocally. Care for yourself, care for life, love life. Hossein out.